Well, e-cigarettes are making alarming headlines across the country. So far, there have been 47 vaping-related deaths and 2,290 vaping-related illnesses reported in the U.S. alone. Now, many of these cases involve teenagers. And our next guest says that she is, well, one of them. Bailey Legacki says she suffers from chronic migraines and breathing problems since she used Juul, one of the most popular e-cigarettes on the market. But worst of all, Bailey says when she started using Juul, she didn't know the mango flavor she was puffing on had nicotine, and that the packaging at the time had no warning that it did. Bailey and her attorney, Jeffrey Haberman, join us now. Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Bailey, thank you for coming on to tell us your story. What got you hooked on e-cigarettes?
Well, like any kid, we're easily impressionable. If everyone's doing so, we're going to go ahead and do it. It was just advertised everywhere around me. Everyone had one, so it was kind of destined.
When did the migraines start?
About a year ago now. Yeah, maybe a little less, a little more.
And do you still vape, or did you let it go?
Yes, I do, unfortunately.
You're still vaping?
Yes.
Okay. So, Jeffrey, this is obviously Juul has been responding, the company, to all of these claims, especially that big New York Times investigation where they spoke with Bailey. But you say that they need to be held accountable for what they've done to teenagers. Tell us what you're planning and how Bailey plays into this.
Sure, that's exactly right. Juul and Philip Morris and Altria are responsible for the epidemic of youth nicotine addiction with the sale of e-cigarettes that's popularized by Juul. The government thinks that nicotine addiction among youth is an epidemic. It's incredibly dangerous for our country's young people to be addicted to a nicotine delivery device, which is a drug and an addiction that's as powerful of an addiction as cocaine and heroin. And so it's important to get the message out to young people that this is dangerous, that the product is defective, and we seek to hold the powerful to account for their misdeeds. And so our firm, the Schlesinger Law Offices in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, we filed some lawsuits on behalf of teenagers and young people who are addicted to and have been injured by Juul. And Bailey is one of those young persons who has a nicotine addiction, which is a disease, and it's very powerful. You asked her before whether she still vapes, and she unfortunately still does. She still uses Juul because she's addicted to Juul. And
right.
So she uses it when she wakes up in the morning. She uses it when she goes to sleep at night. Each pod of Juul is about 1.5 to 2 packs of cigarettes.
Well, I want to go back to Bailey if we can, because Bailey, I was looking at these numbers. 3.62 million middle and high school kids were e-cigarette users back in 2018. What makes it so cool to you and your friends?
Well, for us, it was the flavors. We loved the whole, it didn't taste like a cigarette. Nobody knew if it was a cigarette or what it was. Mango is, you're not going to find a box of cigarettes that taste like mango.
What did your parents say about all this? At the time when they saw that you were using the e-cigarettes, did they try to stop you or talk to you about it?
Yes, of course, but at first they didn't know. It was so easily disguised. It almost looks like a USB. I can count so many times they would find it and have no idea, ask no questions about it because they had no clue that it was something we were using to smoke. But eventually they found out, but they found out a little too late. I was already hooked on them.
Well, Bailey, I certainly hope that you feel better. I know that this is something that you didn't plan on having as a problem in your life, and you're just 18 years old. But please keep us posted on your progress. And Jeff, please keep us posted on the lawsuit.
Will do.
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you so much.